world that we live in is full of mysteries, secrets, and miracles. Okay, it's just gonna do this on its own, okay. Magic performed by fairies and witches, clashes between demons, and other supernatural phenomena occur daily. Cool. It looks cool. Are you gonna fade, or do I actually have to click? Oh, I do have to click. But I didn't. But they stay hidden from the eyes of everyday humans. However, the balance of this enigmatic yet harmonious world was offset. Such a hard word. All the confidence in the same area. It happened 20 years ago on a seemingly peaceful summer night. All around the world, thousands of colorful shooting stars lit up the skies. Ooh. It was the Hoshi no Ame, a literal rain of stars. While humans only found it to be beautiful and mysterious phenomenon, the supernatural beings could feel that it was a sign of some big change. Ooh. The happenings of that night and the cause of the Hoshi no Ame remain a mystery ever since. But the change it brought clearly sensible. Did I read that right? But the change it brought clearly sensible. Not like logical, but like you can feel it with your senses. Okay, that's why I was confused. The happenings of that night and the cause of the Hoshi no Ame remain a mystery ever since. But the change it brought clearly... Oh, I must have scrolled back again. In the past 20 years, mysterious occurrences that even the supernatural beings were unable to comprehend happened many times. And perhaps the most mysterious among them was the appearance of the Shin. I have tea, my voice is a little bit hoarse, so this tea is great. A special ability that some of the human children who were born after that night 20 years ago bear. Ooh, are these our characters? It's a power that takes various forms. Okay. Moreover, its nature is unpredictable. Bubble girl over here. There is no way to tell who will have it or what form it will take. There have been cases where several people shared one Shin or one person had multiple Shins. Yeah, about 2 Shins, I would say, is the common number for people to have. Only one thing is certain about this ability. That doesn't make sense to me. It's accompanied by misfortune. The children who own it and their surroundings are subjected to great dangers. Many tragedies have occurred because of this negative effect of the Shin. The attempts to protect these children led to the foundation of Crystal Rose. A special department designed for those with Shin, formed by the director of Aurora Academy, who is one of the rare humans connected to the supernatural side of the world. With the help of some sympathetic humans and other beings, he started the search for bearers of the Shin. Finding them, bringing them to the academy where they could learn to use their abilities and thus grant them a chance to change their cruel fate was a hard task. But it proved to be a possible way to save them. to Reimei no Gakuen, the demo. Super excited for it, by the way. I hope we have fun. Indeed, it was a possible way. Me being able to survive to this day is solid proof of that. Without their help, I wouldn't be here right now. Tea! I don't want to forget about it and then let it cool down, because that would friggin' suck. A gentle spring breeze ruffles up my hair, waking me from my half-asleep state. Blinking from the blinding light, I stretch my arms slowly. Then, with a little yawn, I push myself up and look at the town spreading out below me. Okay. Whoa, what the fuck? Why are you so high up there? It's scary. My thoughts wander back to my past memories once more. Since this town and the academy in it have been my home. So many ellipses. Alright, it's high time I go back. What is this, the West? I mutter while stretching my arms again. Then in a swift movement, I jump down onto the roof of a neighboring building and start to run, leaping from one building to another in the direction of Aurora Academy. After running for about 10 minutes, the gates of the academy finally come into view. The streets around here are calm and quiet. Only a few townspeople walk by, chatting from time to time. Passing through the gates, I step into onto the main road of the academy that leads to the center of the academy grounds. Wow, this place must be huge. Flower petals fall slowly. Oh, this must be one of those sketchy scenes, which honestly, it looks pretty good still. It didn't even occur to me that it wasn't supposed to look like this. Or it's not going to look like this in the final end result. Flower petals fall slowly into the warm spring breeze from the blossoming cherry trees planted on both sides. No one can be seen near or far. The academy is empty, but not for much longer. In a few days, this new semester starts, so students who left for spring break will probably start returning to the dorms tomorrow. And according to the president of Crystal Rose, this time there will be several new members joining this special department too. Ooh, my words are hard. I momentarily glance back at the gates, then dash off with only one thought in my mind. This will be an eventful year. I'm so excited for this game to come out. I think they said August? Sometime in August, maybe? Chapter 1, Encounters. After a good night's sleep, I wake up to the sun's rays seeping through the closed curtains. I roll onto my side, glancing at the clock in my room. 7:23. Then I turn back, pulling the blanket from the corner of my bed around me. I should rest while I can. She's so pretty. Mumbling the words, I slowly drift off to sleep again. Ooh, shit. My eyes snap open. I bolt up at the sudden noise. Gunshots? Oh, is that what it was? I thought somebody was slapping something. I jump out of bed, throw on some clothes, and run to the diner where I assume the noise came from. You heard it all the way from a diner? Halting before the entry, I spot 2 bullet holes in the paper panel of the door. Hurriedly, I step into the room where I notice a girl standing a few meters away from me. She turns my way when she hears me entering. My gaze shifts from her to the guns in her hand and the guy she's pointing them at. What'd you do? And my shoulders drop at the sight of the familiar smile of my senior. Tsurugi. What did he say this time? Morning, Cheryl. Our first new member has arrived. I stay still for a few seconds, looking from Tsurugi to the girl and back at him. It's too early in the morning to deal with something like this. Ah, I see. I turn around and walk to the counter to grab a plate and some pancakes for breakfast. Then passing by them, I sit down at the table and start nibbling at the sweet snack. You aren't helping me? I continue eating without minding him much. The girl beside him slightly lowers her guns, confused. You're so cruel. Good morning, everyone. The lively girl stepping into the room draws our attention. She looks around the room with an unwavering smile, comprehending the situation perfectly. Ah, I see we're having the usual peaceful morning. And still wearing a radiant smile, she turns to the girl with the guns. You must be one of the new members joining this year. I'm Rosaline Emeradi? Sorry, shifting. Shut up, dear. Tea time. Break time, I guess. So good. There's no sweetener in it, but it's so good anyways. I don't know what kind of tea this is, but I need to get more of it. Because it's good even without sweetener. Okay. Stupid bugs. I'm Rosaline Emeraldi. I'm gonna go with Emeraldi. President of the Special Department, Crystal Rose. The hard-to-understand girl by the table is Cheryl, and the boy with the awkward smile beside you is Tsurugi. We are happy to welcome you to Aurora Academy. Rosaline. And he has a little problem dealing with girls, so please don't mind whatever he says. I apologize for my behavior. I shouldn't have been so hot-headed, even if he was acting rudely. Tsurugi sighs in relief when she finally lowers her guns and hastily escapes to the other end of the room. My name is Victoria Drywell? Victoria Drywell. She looks like a Victoria. Just look at her skirt. It's so flouncy. I will be in your care from today onwards. Then, Victoria, how about I show you around the dorm after breakfast? That would be great. As for you two, the preparations around our dorm are done, but the other dorms and the student council could use some help, so I said you would lend them a hand. Alright. I nod, and after returning to my empty plate, I get ready to leave. Oh, after returning my empty plate, I get ready to leave. Okay. Building. You know, it's cool that they even bothered to include the sketches. It's actually kind of cool to see, like, the work in progress. By the entrance of the dorm, I spot Tsurugi standing there idly. Let's walk to the gates together. We can decide who's going to help out where. Sure. Let's see. How about I help out at the dorms while you go to the student council? You sure you want to help out at Crescent Lily with Lilia? Well, not really, but the preparations at Crescent Lily are usually finished by this time. Anyway, Miss Tyra is almost non-stop in the student council office these days, so I'd rather go to the dorms. He's got beef with a lot of women. Wish I could act as normally with girls as I do with you, Rosaline. But other girls it just seems so complicated to get along with them. Why? I mean, you saw that, didn't you? She actually shot at me. Yeah, well, what'd you say? What did you say to her? Knowing Tsurugi, I have no doubt she had reason to do it. By the way, is there any news from the principal? No. Most likely we won't be able to count on him this time either. Not really surprising, but seriously, how can you just leave the running of the academy to the teachers and the dorm presidents for all these years? To boot, he left without notice and we barely hear from him. But that's just like him and everybody's already used to it. But now that I think about it, maybe he did contact Rosaline not long ago. I remember she mentioned something about a new dorm president last month. Huh? Aren't you talking to Rosaline? Oh yeah, she said the principal... Maybe he... Is he in his head? Oh yeah, she said the principal had found a new president from Black Cat dorm. Before the Black Cat. Oh no, Rosaline, you're talking to Cheryl. Oh. I don't know why I thought her name was Rosaline. I don't know why I'd switched her name with I don't know, maybe she looks like a Rosaline because her hair's all rosy. But the new president is usually chosen from the students who have attended the academy for at least a year. Well, it looks like this time around it will be a new student. Actually, he might have already arrived. The gates of Crystal Rose Fields come into view, and after saying bye, I make my way to the main building. The gates of... What? Okay, but at the doorway, I stop in my tracks. I just started moving. Helping at the student council, that means doing paperwork almost all day. After a minute of thinking, I turn on my heels. I'd rather skip it. And rather avoid him for a while. Who's him? I was just strolling around the academy grounds for a good hour. I end up in front of the academy gates, where the first students are already arriving. I take a look around the children and parents unpacking their cars and carrying luggage towards the dorms. No new Crystal Rose members here. Well, it's not like they usually arrive among normal students. I turn around and take a few steps before I see some movement in the woods out of the corner of my eye. Without thinking, I jump after it and pursue the creature that I spotted. I speed up my steps so that I can catch a glimpse of the escaping creature. I hope it's just some animal, but I have to make sure. Around this time of year, the number of demons entering the academy grounds always increases because the new Crystal Rose members are arriving. And unfortunately, they tend to attack normal students too. So being vigilant is a must now. We can't disregard any possible danger. Huh? Why can't I catch up to it? One of the abilities my Shin grants me is high speed, such speed that no normal human or other Shin user is able to keep up with me. Catching a small animal should be easy. This is no ordinary animal. I stop in my tracks when the quiet rustling of the escaping creature comes to a sudden stop. I take a few steps forward without making any noise and study my surroundings. The trail of the creature ends here, but there is no animal or demon to be seen anywhere. Where could it be? It can't have escaped. I bend down slightly to pull out the knives tied to my thighs. All of a sudden, 2 dark green spikes pierce the branch just above my head. Without hesitation, I throw one of my knives in the direction the spikes came from, then take shelter behind a tree. This is kind of cool. There's a loud screech and the sound of a creature falling a few meters away from me. I look out from my hiding place. This time I'm able to see the creature in full view. So, is this what they were talking about? Like, in the finished version, we'll actually see maybe her standing behind a tree and a monster falling onto the ground. A smaller bird-like being with spikes and feathers covering its body. The color of its spikes and feathers change to match its surroundings. A demon. It doesn't take a minute and the creature breaks into a run. Oh shit. I immediately chase it, but after a few seconds I'm already unable to see it. Damn it, that poison Ankoku. One of the best at hiding and escaping with its high speed and natural camouflage. To boot, it knows very well when it stands against a stronger enemy, but once it feels safe, it will start looking for weak prey. I can't let it get away. I hasten my steps to full speed, only to arrive on the main road in a few seconds. I see the demon entering the woods on the other side of the road, but when I head the same way, I run into the side of an arriving student. My vision blurs for a second, and when it clears, I continue the chase. And when it clears, I instantly continue the pursuit of the Ankoku. I rush to the other side of the road and jump into the wood. She made it seem so important. I feel like if we don't chase it, we're behaving poorly. No, my tea is cooling off. Fuck. I'll hold it in my left hand while I play. That way I don't forget it so easy. I try to follow the track of the demon, but have no luck finding any sign of it. After wandering for a while, I rest by a tree and take out my cell phone. I need to inform the others. To Tsurugi and Rosaline, I met a poison-type Ankoku on the school grounds, but lost track of it. It's probably hiding somewhere around the Lucent Fairy dorm. A few seconds after sending the message, my cell chimes. From Tsurugi. I'm there right now, so I can put out some traps and catch it easily. You go back to the dorm, Rosaline. Rosaline will need your help later on. Alright then, let's head back. A few minutes later, I'm about to turn onto the road leading to the Crystal Rose Fields when I hear hurried footsteps. The next moment, I'm tackled from behind and squeezed so tight I can barely breathe. Aw, cute! Lila? Aw, Cheryl, I missed you so much! Summer break was so long, I can't wait to get a feel of your cuteness. Leela, long time no see. Too long, even though France is beautiful. Oh, that reminds me, I've got your souvenir right here with me. Souvenir? Ah, tea. Leela searches through her handbag as she waits curiously to see what she brought. Oh, wait, what? Leela searches through her handbag as I wait curiously to see what she brought. My hunches proved right when a familiar sweet scent hits my nose. I can feel the excitement building up, and by the time Leela pulls the gift out of her bag, I'm almost hopping up and down with eagerness. I see your nose is as good as ever, Cheryl. Here you go. Leela presents me with 5 bars of beautifully wrapped chocolate. I hug them to myself, opening one right away and savoring the delicious taste. It tastes far better than any of the ones I ate recently. It's from one of the best It's from one of the best artisan chocolate producers in France. And I see it's worth its reputation. I nod, and after thanking her, we chat a bit about our summer vacations. Excuse me, I had a burp. I still have to burp. It won't come out. Yeah, we're doing that. Well, I need to leave soon. There's lots of work in the dorm now that the students are starting to move in. Being a dorm president is really straining this time of year. I pat her on the shoulder as encouragement, and she smiles back happily. But before that, you should know 2 things. 1, you shouldn't visit the new dorm president in the Black Cat dorm, especially not alone. Oh, it's a guy then. Yes, and of course him being male is already enough reason for you to avoid him, especially with your cuteness. But this guy, he's strange. Strange. Yes, suspiciously strange. And just imagine his family name means wolf. That's so creepy. I'm really afraid of what he would do to you. So please stay away from him. Yeah. Okay, I gotta make it even. I'm sorry. I can't pop and not finish. Leela glances at her watch, then hugs me again and turns to leave. And 2, watch out. Hiru is looking for you. Hiru. Is that right? Is it right? Her last words managed to drain all my chocolate-fueled excitement. I should immediately return to the dorm. Is that the student council person she was avoiding? But although what she said was enough to make me lose my excitement, but not my piqued curiosity. I want to meet the new dorm president of Black Cat. Is he really so strange that it was just Leela's usual contempt towards men making her talk like that? Or was it? So many ellipses, this girl. I want to see him for myself. I take a bite from the chocolate bar in my hand and head the way Leela came from. I walk at a fast pace and cautiously look around every now and then. The Black Cat dorm is really close to the Crystal Rose Fields, so if I'm careful enough, I might make it there and back without running into Hiru. But luck is not on my side today. The sound of approaching footsteps catches my attention. Instantly, I dive into the bushes by the roadside and wait quietly. In a short time, someone passes by the bushes with hurried footsteps. From my hiding place, it's pretty much impossible to see who it is, so I stay put and wait for the person to leave. But their steps come to a halt a few meters away from me. With bated breath, I glance in their direction. I can see they are slowly turning around as if searching for something. That girl. Where could she be? She must be somewhere around here. Kiryu. and he knew my curiosity would get the better of me. Finally, he starts walking away, his footsteps fading into the distance. I should return to the dorm. Wait a bit. I should wait a bit longer just to make sure he won't realize I'm here. I bide my time till I can't hear his footsteps at all, and even then take extra care not to make any noises while standing and leaving. In the dorm, I had to find Rosaline right away. She's the last person I would want to make wait. She looks kind and understanding at first, but it's actually more scary than anyone I know. Ah, you're back, Cheryl. Just in time. She looks at me with a funny smile and reaches out to my hair, taking a leaf out of it before continuing. You must have had fun playing hide and seek with our dear student council president. She definitely knew that it would turn out like this. You're on night duty today, so go take a nap till evening. And please look out for arriving new members of the special department. There are always some arriving in the night, and they are often attacked. Tsurugi will be ready to assist you, so just give a sign if you need help. I understand. See you. Sweet dreams. After a hearty meal, I tuck away my new sweets where no one will be able to find them, and spend the rest of the day resting in my room. At nightfall, I change into my combat apparel and return my knives to their original sword form. Oh, interesting. Aw, she's so small! Is this a little child? Because it looks like a little child. When leaving the dorm, I come across a small girl who's about to enter the building, but stops when she catches sight of me. She stands there frozen, staring at me like she's never seen a human before. I come to a halt too, but before I can ask her if she would like something, a loud voice interrupts me and jolts her out of her trance. Oh, twins! Julie, sorry for making you wait. Registration took much longer than expected. Lorio? The boy runs up to us, who resembles the girl standing in front of me. He only spares me a glance before he takes the little girl's hand and gently leads her away. Let's go. You must be hungry and tired by now. The girl called Julie nods and follows the boy, but looks back at him curiously after a few steps and waves goodbye with a soft smile. I wave back without thinking. That already makes 3 new members, and it's only the first day. Usually the total number of students with shins doesn't even reach 5. I wonder how many more will arrive. Ooh! Okay, well I'm gonna end the episode here. It's been 30 minutes. If there's 2 hours of gameplay, that gives us 4 videos. Hopefully that works out nicely. Thank you all for coming out and playing with me. I had a lot of fun, and I'm really excited about this game, if you couldn't tell. I will see you all next time. Bye!